Monday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. To my fellow Canadians celebrating Victoria Day today. I hope you're having a great day, relaxing with your family. I was able to really, this weekend was really a mishmash of crafting for me, which was wonderful. I mean, it was really, really wonderful. I got to kind of touch on everything that I really wanted to work on. And when I was working on that project, I felt happy that I was stitching it. I wasn't wishing that I was doing something else. Does that make sense? And for those of you out there who are multi-crafters, multi-craftual, or you don't like to stick to necessarily one project at a time, I think you'll understand those kinds of emotions where this is what I feel like working on right now, and you put an hour or so of work into it and then you feel satisfied. It's like a little nibble, a little taste, a little bit of dessert, and then you move on to the next one. It was a good weekend for that. So I have a real mix of knitting and stitching to share with you today. It's all stuff that you've been seeing lately, but I think that, you know, I've got some progress to share. So I'm going to just kind of go back and forth between the two. Oh, wait. Excuse me. I wanted to start with the giveaway first today because it's Monday. It is Monday. So we did a giveaway. I wasn't doing them for a few weeks, but I'm back to doing them now. When I'm up north at the cottage, I'm still hoping to do a weekly Because Monday giveaway. I'm going to take up a small stack of charts with me specifically for that purpose, and hopefully intersperse some PDF giveaways in there as well. So the Because Monday giveaway happens over on the Facebook group, Friday Off the Grid. You can find most Monday nights when I remember to post it over there, and just leave me a comment on that post to be included in the drawing for the giveaway, the weekly giveaway. Last week's giveaway was a wonderful chart, a wonderful PDF chart donated by the designer, Willow Hill Samplings. I did an episode a few weeks back now, Focus on a Designer, on her designs, and she found out about the video and offered to send me a few charts to either for my own use or to offer up for giveaway. And it was just incredibly generous. And so the first one I put up last week, it wasn't Monday, but I said that I would give it away today. So that's what I'm doing. This was the Quaker Bluebird pattern. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So I had 338 comments for that giveaway, and the random number generator chose comment 337. So it just goes to show it's never too late to enter. You just never know what that random number generator is going to pick. And that comment 337 was Catherine Keyswater. So congratulations, Catherine. If you send me your email address, I'll email you your PDF. And it's a beautiful pattern, so congratulations. Okay, so this week, I'm offering up another PDF chart for giveaway. Same situation. The other designer that has offered up a PDF for giveaway is another designer that I have focused on here on the channel, which was Tempting Tangles. And it was Deb. Deb is the designer from Tempting Tangles Designs. And she sent me a copy of the Coffee Compendium chart. It is beautiful. So I'm going to insert a picture right here of that chart. This is one of my favorite coffee mugs. John and Sarah bought it for me. And I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan. So this is always a treat to use that mug. Isn't that chart wonderful? I know. It was a real toss-up for me for purchasing pattern from this designer. I ended up going with the Scottish Quakers. It's a mystery stitch along, and I've joined the Facebook group. I don't know when I'm going to start that piece. I might even wait until the entire design has been released, but I just I've mentioned here before, I have a particular fondness for Scotland, and I just couldn't resist. But the Coffee Compendium was a very close second, because I just think it's a beautiful design, and I think it would look great in well, it would look great in my kitchen. So maybe one day I'll get around to that one as well. So the coffee compendium from Tempting Tangles is the giveaway for today because it's Monday. As I normally say when giving out PDFs, just a reminder that PDFs are not to be shared. PDFs are not to be, you know, given away once you've stitched them. It's not like a hard copy where you can share once you have completed the stitching. It's yours to give away or to, you know, resell on Stash Unload, whatever. PDFs are a different category and you just can't share them. So I only have one copy to give away, and if I ever wanted to stitch Coffee Compendium myself, I would purchase another copy. So yeah, great giveaways, man. Whew. Okay, so big gray sock. I know, big gray sock. You've been seeing it for a while, and then before this one you saw the other big gray sock, because this is number 2. This is the second big gray sock, and a couple rows here and there, and look at that, it is coming along. So this is when you do a daily video, it's not like I'm gonna magically show up with a finished sock. So you're seeing incremental progress here. But I haven't told you about the yarn lately, so let me do that now. This is a skein of Hawthorne fingering from Knit Picks, which I find has very affordable, good quality yarn, and I believe it's it's either an 80-20 or a 75-25 wool nylon blend, and it's a lovely you know, tonal gray, big gray sock. And I am knitting this on a small 9-inch circular. I do the heels and toes with double pointed needles on my size of choice is a 2.25 needle. And the pattern, my favorite sock pattern, is a plain, simple sock that this is the pattern that I used, that I was taught with from my friend Louise. My friend Louise is a knitting teacher. She taught me how to knit socks. And so 2 years ago now, 1 year ago, I think it was 2 years ago now, I put out tutorial videos on sock knitting, and I taught my friend Ginger Gerald how to knit socks, and he's a maniac with socks now. He knits way more socks than I do now. He's a wonderful knitter, and in fact I taught him how to knit, period, not just socks. So I'm gonna just ring my own little bell there for a second, because, you know, I taught Gerald how to knit, and now he's a better knitter than me. So I'll pat myself on the back for that. There is a list of knitting tutorials on this channel. If you go in the playlist section, because I am now well aware that I have knitters joining me who have been interested and maybe, you know, falling into the cross stitch wagon as well, which some of you have been tagging me on Instagram with your recent purchases of new cross-stitch kits and fabric and threads, and, you know, telling me that you're jumping in, and I am nothing makes me happier than, you know, thinking that I have helped you, you know, perhaps find a new hobby, a new passion. So fun, so fun. So for cross-stitchers out there who thinking they might like to try to knit, there's some videos over on if I'm pointing in the right direction, I don't know, because it depends on how you're watching this. If you're watching this on a bigger screen and you don't have any of the other hoopla around on YouTube, you won't see it. But there are headings on the channel, and one of them says playlists, and if you click on that, you'll see there's some cottage videos separated out, there's and there's a learn to knit playlist on there. So anyways, big gray sock, and I used Louise's pattern to teach the sock tutorial, and it's a $5 Canadian pattern on her Ravelry site, and there are links to it on those videos. So yarn nugget update, it's getting pretty small. It's getting pretty small. So fortunately, isn't it pretty? Such pretty colors. Fortunately, I have another skein. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a mini skein that goes nicely with it. I'm thinking like a hot pink or maybe even a navy blue or something like that. Oops, where am I? Here I am. Come on, you can focus. Let's see. Oop, there we go. Maybe a navy blue. And I'm going to take them to the cottage with me so that after I'm done these big gray socks, I'll start another pair of medium gray socks for me with a contrasting heel and toe. So the sock continues apace. I did yesterday and this morning, I did my 30 minutes of stitching with my coffee on my ink circles piece. So I've started over here on the left side, left corner, and yesterday I finished this one here, and I put some more thread into some of these ones up here, and then this morning I finished this blue part of the butterfly there. Remember? Butterfly, koala, elephant riding a bicycle, superhero. Take your pick. So tomorrow morning I'll finish the other side. Really funny. Tracy Horner of Ink Circles emailed me last night and she said, I just wanted to let you know thank you for encouraging me to re-release the PDF of this chart because 3 dozen people from all around the globe have now purchased and downloaded this chart. And I hope you're going to stitch it along with me. 3 dozen people. Isn't that fantastic? I think that's pretty magical. So if you have purchased this PDF because you have been enabled by watching me put in baby step progress every day, you made my day. And I think you made Tracy's day too. So see, now I can call her Tracy because she has emailed me and called herself Tracy in the email. Oh, I guess I should tell you the full name of that piece. It is the Thread and Eye Mandala RYO by Ink Circles Design, and I've just been putting a link to in the drop down box below. It's on every video now, and also the link to the next piece that I'm going to show you. This is my Glendon Place Hope and Strength, and last week I told you I wanted to get over to the lion, and look at that. I have now completed the top half of the lion except for his crown, which I still have to do. And speaking of designers emailing you, Cheryl of Glendon Place emailed me also this weekend and said, oh, I just wanted to touch base and see how you were doing with the design. Cheryl of Glendon Place sent me the supplies and to start this so that I could help her get the news out that she had this PDF available for free on her website, glendonplace.net. And she sent me a picture of hers because hers is now finished and completely stitched. So what I'll do is I will insert a photo of Cheryl's finished design right here. Isn't it beautiful? It's really just a beautiful piece. And then she said, also I watched your 20-minute video on Saturday where you came clean about that you were missing a skein of floss. And she said that one color, if I'm frugal with the silk, I should have enough just to complete. So I'm still going to keep an eye out for that missing skein, but I should have just enough to squeak by. So I'll be fine. I am always frugal with my floss. In fact, that's my word. She used the word careful. I think I use frugal because, well, it suits it suits me. Oh, one more thing about that chart. Again, did I give you the web address? glendonplace.net is where you can download a copy of that chart. But she mentioned to me there has been a second correction to the bottom of the charts. Same section, sections 5 and 6. It's in the bottom border. There was a second correction that she had to make. So if you've reprinted section 5 and 6 again with the first correction, you may want to go back and check that you actually have the finalized version of it with the extra correction. She said it was within the, it had to deal with the same spot, and I haven't gone in and checked it out, but I wanted to make sure that I said this publicly because I'm not quite sure when I'm actually going to get to that bottom border. But you know, tonight I would like to put a few more lengths of thread into the lion, and I really want to give him his crown. So I think I might give him his crown this evening. It's just a beautiful piece. I'm really enjoying working on that. Okay, knitting. Sarah's Afghan. I have been putting in a row or two on this, sometimes 3 rows every day since last week. And so it's growing. I guess that's what happens when you work on something, right? There's my progress keeper from where I moved it. Remember I showed you that I had moved it a couple weeks ago now. And that's how much I've knit since I moved it. And these rows are long and very, very cabled. So they're not short rows. They're not short rows. It's kind of a joke, isn't it? There is actually a technique called short rows. These are long rows and very cabled. So this is this is a pattern by Brooklyn Tweed, and it's called the Talon Throw. T-A-L-O-N. There. So that's half, and it's not stretched out. So it's for the couch. It's a lap gown. I will be taking this with me. Look, see how long it is now? I will be taking this with me to the cottage to work on this summer. I have bigger projects, and I love knitting in the summer. I know it's crazy. Lots of people can't stand it because it's hot and, you know, it's wool. I love it. It never bothers me. Even with a huge I finished my mother's massive Afghan on my lap at the cottage a couple summers ago, and I loved it. I prefer to be warm rather than cold. Cozy. This is my 4th ball of yarn, so it is, yeah, it's getting smaller, and I'm pulling from the outside this time instead of from the center pull. It's working a bit better. This is a yarn by Barocco Vintage. It's a superwash wool acrylic blend, so it's a great more affordable yarn to use if you are gifting something special to someone who maybe isn't a knitter and who might throw something like this in the, say, washing machine and say maybe the dryer. Though you might encourage them not to, maybe not the dryer, but I suspect it'll go in the dryer anyways. But I know she'll love it. She already loves it, but she'll love it even more when she gets to use it. So that has been making me very happy. It's all so good, isn't it? Okay, I saved one for last because I haven't shown you my progress in real life yet on this piece. I came clean about the lap frame on Saturday, and you were so kind to me. Thank you for saying that it was okay that I had that I spend my money on frames and adapters and, you know, stitching stuff, paraphernalia. You were all very kind. Thank you. Okay, so this is Lila Studios with the needle too. I can't even with this chart. Look at this chart. It is magnificent. It's magnificent. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I'm going to have to take this with me this summer because I want to work on it every day. I want to put a little bit of work into it every single day. Okay, so I know. I remember I told you it was big. I warned you. It's really big. This is a K's Creations lap frame. I don't know the model number because I purchased all my K's frames directly through my cross-stitch store, and she had just brought them in. So I didn't order them online. I didn't have to order them myself. So I have no idea what the model name or number is. But I suspect if you just went online and looked for what you're looking for, look at how long it is. So again, these are on the longest scroll rods you can get. And look at what I did. Look at the bird. Oh, he's so handsome. I'm gonna bring it in nice and close and really hope that you can see those colors okay, because I cannot see what you see. I can see it kind of fuzzily through the fabric. I think it's in the middle of the screen. It's so beautiful. It's so delicate and pretty and beautiful. And it's not full covered, so I feel like I accomplished a ton in just a couple of days. I know that is kind of ironic looking at the size of the frame and the fabric, and it's not small. But that's like 3 days of minimal stitching. That wasn't even, you know, trying. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm smitten. I am smitten. This is a 40 count R&R Reproductions fabric. Patriots Brew is the colorway. It was in my stash, and it was the right size. So it worked with the floss, so I used it. And I'm using the called for threads that Lila charted the design for, and wow, amazing. You can only buy this chart as a hard copy at the moment, and I have a link to Lila's shop in the drop down box below. You can purchase them either through her shop or through your local needlework shop, and it's so beautiful. I know. See, I don't want to put it down. Look again. Look. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Okay. All right. So that's a big frame. And I sat in my chair. It sits on the arms of my chair, and I'm comfortable over there. And I was quite happy. It has been raining and raining and raining and raining. And I actually love rainy days. No complaints here. And I know many crafters feel exactly the same way, because it's that cozy weather where you don't feel like you have to be doing, you know, or you can't do some of the things that maybe you had on your to-do list because you can't really get outside easily to do them. So you might be able to find a few extra minutes to put a row in a project or something like that with maybe an extra cup of coffee. I like it quite a lot. Okay, last but not least for today, I mentioned a few times last week that I was going to have a little shop update today. Those bags are in the shop. In fact, a couple of them have already sold. I had some eager crafters this morning, and thank you so much. Thank you. So I only the Amish Life fabric, I cut up the rest of what I had, and I only was able to make 3 large flat cross-stitch bags and 3 medium cross-stitch bags. One of the mediums is already gone, so I have 2 medium sets left, and I have 3 large sets left. Somebody picked up the last wedge tote over the weekend, and that fabric is now, that's all I have. So if it's still in the shop, it's available, and if it's sold out, then that is now gone. I will be keeping an eye out for a similar style of fabric because I loved it. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, I have a project bag business called Evertote, www.evertote.com, and This is the fabric that I'm talking about. It's been quite popular. This is my bag. I always keep the seconds, and this panel of fabric, I made the bag before I realized that this panel had it had a mark on it. So I thought, well, that's okay. It means I get a bag. So, oh, and I showed you what was in here recently anyways. So it's this, that's all I have. And then it's gone. But I am getting ready. I have started packing my fabrics for the summer, for the bags that I will be planning on making this summer. And, you know, can't go wrong playing with fabrics. I've used up a few more of my bolts from up there. The pink snails. This, I've never done a medium wedge tote with this fabric, and I have 3 sets that are in progress, but they're not finished yet. If I can finish them tomorrow, I'll tell you about them in tomorrow's video, if I'm able to list them. If not, I'll save them till the next shop update, because they are, they have snails on them, if you can't see. This is a Tula pink fabric, and I mean, I'm a very slow knitter, and I'm a slow cross stitcher because, well, I spend half my time staring at what I've done and petting it. So this is the Ode to a Slow Knitter, or Ode to a Slow Stitcher fabric. So I might have 3 of those sets tomorrow. If not, I'll tell you about them later. And that's it. That's it. I think I did everything. Please keep sending me your emails of your work. And I'm usually a couple of days behind, sometimes 3 or 4 days behind from when you send me the email to when I'm able to actually post it in a video. But I love sharing them. I love seeing what you're working on, and I know other people do as well. It's really fun. And thank you for the compliments on the music that I used there at the end as well. That was a, the website that I use for my music is bensound.com, and that was one of the compositions that he had on his website that you could purchase the rights to. You could purchase the copyright to in order to use it. And so I did. I think I bought it last year, and it's one of my favorites. And so it's been really nice to be able to find a great spot to use it. And I think it's, someone even said that they visit with me while they're on the treadmill, and that music at the end is just a nice little push to finish off their workout. So I think that's really fun. And clearly I like that music too. So, okay, that's it for me. I have some more packing to do today, and some more tidying and sewing and stitching and knitting and coffee drinking and all the things. All the things. I know I said I was done. However, just a little side note, I think I'm going to have to take a little mini break from the daily videos from Thursday until next Monday. Those of you who have been around for a while know that I've been having some trouble with my gallbladder, and I was scheduled to have an appointment with my surgeon right before everything happened. In fact, the week that everything kind of shut down. So my appointment was canceled, postponed, and she just called me, and they are starting to see patients again, and very carefully. There's a whole protocol that we have to follow, and I have my appointment on Thursday with the general surgeon. So it's a long story, but anyways, you know, things are moving ahead. So hooray, hip hip hooray. That appointment is on Thursday, and of course, you know, I am getting ready to make the big move. So I need just a few days to sort everything out, but you will see me tomorrow, and you'll see me Wednesday. So, and I will see you. I do think of this as me seeing you. Does that seem weird? And it's probably because you know, you leave me so many wonderful comments, and you get to know the names of the people who leave you comments, and the people who are on the Facebook group, and the people who send me emails, and it feels like I am really talking to you, which I am. I know. It's a very unique sensation But what a pleasure this has become, truly. And thank you. Okay, now I am really done. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Happy stitching.